Hello, it's Wednesday, and it's the top 5, which means the show's almost over. So I'm sorry that your day's about to get worse, because it always does when the show ends. I know that. But to pick you up on the way out the door, here's my top 5, brought to you by Texas Beef House. Use our promo code 365sports for a discount on checkout when you go to betonbeef.com. Top 5 things we need to admit. Number 5, and this one's for me. Is Clemson good again? I think Clemson's good again. Now, granted, their offensive explosion has come against 2 teams. Also, Appalachian State, if you heard me mention on Monday about defense in the state of North Carolina, from North Carolina, that don't play defense. But they weren't scoring 50 points against anybody a year ago. It looks like Garrett Riley finally has his sea legs. They're running more of his concepts than the old concepts. And Cade Klubnik is really looking good. They're moving around the pocket. They're letting him use this athleticism. They're a force again in the ACC as we stand right now. They are good again. Now, are they good enough to contend with the Georgias of the world and the SEC teams? I think we've seen that proven out that probably not, but this team is not dead. Not dead. I'm saying I was wrong. I was starting to kick dirt, and that might have been more enthusiastic than it needed to be. But Clemson, they're good. They're quite good and are going to give some people some headaches this year. Number 4, is Tennessee a complete team? One of the things we said about Josh Heupel so far is, they have this great offense, but they can't stop anybody. Ask Oklahoma how that's going. They're stopping people. They shut down NC State. They shut down Oklahoma. They're only going to get better because this team is coming together and gelling in a way that you would not believe. If you watch that Oklahoma game, it meant a lot to Coach Heupel, obviously because of his ties to Oklahoma and the fact that he's a hero there. It meant a ton to him. And they coalesced behind him. They got it behind him, and they drilled his alma mater in their place. That's the sign of a team who can do some things. We haven't even gotten to Nico Amaliava yet, who is the truth. I don't know if he's worth $8 million, but right now everybody in Knoxville is saying he's worth 80. He's performed very, very well, and he's just a redshirt freshman. Number 3, Michigan can win without passing. They can straight up Iowa this thing for a little while. They threw for less than 50 yards, less than 40 yards, just over 30 yards in the win over USC. Now, if you have to rely on big, long runs the entire time to score points, that's probably not good for Michigan. But you want to talk about a gutted-out win against a team that offensively should have overmatched you? Michigan's win against USC was that. So, congratulations, Sharon Moore. Your quarterback change worked for at least a week. This is a run offense. They're not going to throw the ball all that much. They might as well get in the power eye and go old school Nebraska with Alex Orji at quarterback. Khalil Mullings, I want to call him Kal-El because of Superman. Khalil Mullings, fantastic last week, and might have leaped Donovan Edwards in the effectiveness when it comes to that running back depth chart. But they can win without passing, so don't just automatically count them out because they can't light up the scoreboard. Number 2, chaos is coming if it's not already here. If this week taught us nothing or taught us anything, if we learned nothing and it taught us anything, is that chaos is coming to this season of college football. The 12-team playoff puts everything in flux, and it's awesome. When you have Tennessee beating Oklahoma like they did, or BYU blowing out Kansas State, or what's going on all over in the kind of balancing out of talent, at least in the middle, not necessarily at the top, but balancing out of talent in the middle that we've seen due to transfer portal, we're going to see some chaos. This is not going to be a nice, tidy season. And the 12-team playoff makes that so much better, but get ready for some chaos because we've already gotten a little appetizer of it, but it's about to be the full meal. And number 1, this was all Greg Sankey's master plan. The SEC looks masterful and magical. They keep winning. They keep kind of fighting their way through tough times. They have great games in conference. Missouri-Vanderbilt was one of the best games I watched all weekend. And just like Dr. Evil says here, and the best part of the plan is No one can stop me. Who's going to stop him? This was all Greg Sankey's master plan. The SEC is running the show. I'm sorry, Big Ten. I know that you think you're kind of in this thing. You're not. You're just the biggest one of the rest of us. All Greg Sankey's master plan. That's going to do it for this edition of the Top 5, and it's about to do it for this edition of 365 Sports as we wrap it up right now.